everybody, Christina here. I'm going to show you how to make the card holder that you saw at the beginning of the video. First up, we have some Stampin' Up! Ribbon. It's very, very, very old. This is the Venetian, where is it? Venetian crochet trim. This I've had, I can't even tell you how long. But that won't be in my Link Deli stuff because, well, you can't get it anymore. But these will. These are cards and envelopes. They come together. The envelopes fit the cards perfectly. So I will have a link down below for you. And then I've got two regular A2 sized Whisper White envelopes that we're going to be using. Links down below as well. Actually, all my links are. Unless it's something like this that it's so old, yeah. So this paper right here is super pretty. I love this paper. This is actually the back side of this. So these pieces I've actually used. I've got one of the La La Land Crafts scalloped pierced ovals. This is the largest one. And then this is the second largest one for these. And I've cut out 3 of these and just one of the largest one. And then I've got all these little rectangles. So these are the stitch scalloped rectangles, or just the scalloped rectangles from La La Land Crafts. These ones here, which are the back side of the other paper, I've got 3 of them. And they are, if you put them together, this is the second biggest one. I've got 3 of those with the green. And then I've got them again, 2 with pink, 1 with this color. This is Pink Pirouette from Stampin' Up! And this is Petal Pink from Stampin' Up! I've used the Rubbernecker Stamps stencil. This is the Bold Rose stencil. So that one comes out real pretty. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that if I move it around, but you know how I've got to have my texture. So again, that's from this one here. So then I've got 2 of the large that I've cut out. So that goes with these ones. Again, it's that paper. I actually was messing around trying some things out, so that's perfect for the back side. And then another one with the Bold Rose stencil, which this stencil is really cool because you have it as a stencil, but they also make it as a background stamp if you don't want the stencil, if you want the stamp instead. So, and it's a beautiful stamp. So there is that. This paper that I have for you, the one with the beautiful other side, which is, you can see it's this side, this is my scrap, is this right here, from the Happy Spring, Joann's DCWV paper pack. And I've showed you the paper pack before. It's beautiful. It's got lots of stuff. I just want to make sure you know I was not fibbing when I said I would use a lot of this paper. So that is actually down below in the links as well. I've got 2 little of the new release Aurora Wings Dogwood Sprites. And I've got 2 of the cute little Peony Sprites. They're so cute. I love these sprites. I'm kind of intrigued as to what I did because I colored this one last week and I colored this one today. And I don't know what I did different, but this one came out lighter, but I love it. So, anyways, that's one thing I love. You can use the same exact colors, but things, depending on how you color it, things will come out completely different. So, like her hair, I used the exact same colors, only her hair I was a little more heavy-handed than I was on her hair. So it was a lot of fun coloring these. And these are the ones I'm going to use today for the projects. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these cards together really fast. That way they are ready to go in to the card holder as soon as I get it done. I really enjoy making these cards and the little card holder that will fit in your purse, because they're just, I like giving them out. Like if we go out to dinner or something like that, I will write a thank you inside, because there just isn't enough kindness in the world. I know there's a lot of kindness, don't get me wrong. I know that there is a lot of kindness in the world and stuff, but if there was so much kindness, the news would have nothing to write about. So I just feel like we need more kindness. So I try to be kind to the servers and stuff that we have that take care of us, or just in general, somebody on the road that looks like they need cheering up. I like to pull out a card and hand them a card. So for the cards, I'm going to use the smaller scalloped ovals. And I'm going to use the smaller little rectangle, scalloped rectangles. I'm going to use the pink for the little dogwood. I'm going to use the pink pirouette for the dogwood and the petal pink for the little peony. And then these will be on there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get those started. I'm going to go ahead and use my Xyron Mega Runner to put these together. So I'm just going to, when I'm making the cards, I like to try and make them kind of flat. And you know me, I don't normally do flat. However, I like to do them so that they don't get messed up while they're in my purse. And I like them to, you know, if you make them too bulky, they won't fit in the holder. So I just like to do something quick, simple, you know, and these are so quick to make. You know, you could just make them real quick, fill up your purse and be on your way. I usually only put 3 of them into the card holder at once. That way it's not too bulky, because even though I might have a lot of room in my purse, other people may not. And since you have the envelopes, you can just tuck it in the envelope and, you know, put a little tip inside, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we got to put our ribbon through. We're on. And that's just going to go right across there. My Mega Runner is a little too wide, so we're not going to use the Mega Runner. I am just going to go ahead and use my Creative Station Light. And I have the 3-inch refill in here. And I'm going to stick the ribbon in. There we go. Enough ribbon where I think that will do. There we go. Move that out of the way. That way I can push the adhesive down, make sure it really sticks to that ribbon, not to me. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that part off. And there we go. And then we'll go ahead and stick our little oval on. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some of the foam that I made using my Xyron Creative Light. That way at least she can have a little bit of room. Standing up. There we go. And you can put whatever thing, like thank you or whatever, you can put sentiment on it, or you can leave the sentiment off, whatever you would like. But there is one really quick card. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. I'm just going to speed the video up, okay? Okay, so now all 3 of the cards are done. I can go ahead and set those aside, and I'm going to get started on showing you how I made the actual card holder. So I've got the A2 size. This is 4 1/4, your basic regular card size. And I have opened up the flaps, and one of the flaps I'm actually going to get my paper cutter, and I'm going to put the seam of the flap right where I can cut it off. So I'm just going to cut it right at the seam. And I'm just going to clean this up a little bit because it looks like I need new cutter blades. Now you don't have to use a paper cutter to do this. If you're better than I am at cutting a straight line, then you can use whichever method that you would like. Okay. So we cut the flap off of one, not off of the other, all cut off. You can either moisten this if you want, but I usually just use my tape runner, and I put the tape runner all along the inside. And then I'm going to use this edge to line this up with the edge of the flap. So nobody will see this except for yourself. Unless you give it away, then you may want to put some paper down or something like that to decorate it. But this is now our front flap. We're going to go ahead and put some ribbon right here. Okay. However, I need something a little bit stronger for that. So I have to use my score tape. And we're going to put it right through the center. We're just going to fold it over and put it straight across the center on this side too. Or as close to the center as I can get. As you can tell, I'm really good with corners, but not with straight lines. Not at all. So I'm going to take this side off. Because if I take the whole thing off, knowing me, I can tell you right now, I will end up sticking it to the paper. So there's that side. We're going to take this side off. Now, it doesn't matter if this is completely straight. It's okay if it is not, because this is just going to be your tie. So here's our front. And the reason I say that this is our front is because this has the seam for that, as to where this side does not. So I usually use this for my front side so that I can cover it up. So I've got my 2 sheets of cardstock, and since I want them to fit in my purse, I'm just going to lay them down flat. I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And now that flap is completely covered up. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay this flat as well. Although, for her, I am going to pop her, well, thinking about my purse. You can pop her up like you did the cards, but I think for me, I'm just going to go ahead and lay her flat because she's so pretty. I really do not want her to be ruined because I just love this little sprite. And she can go on the front. And that's just how easy it is. You just stick 2 envelopes together, cover it up so you can't see. You can open it up, and now you have your 3 cards and your 3 envelopes, and you have a slot for your envelopes, and you have a slot for your cards. And you can make your cards fancier if you want. You can make more, you can make less, but as you can see, it's a little tight getting 3 of those in there. And you just close it up, and then you tie. And these make great gifts. If you want to get make a whole one, they make great Christmas gifts. I've given one of these to my mother-in-law before. And they just make really good gifts because they just slide right into somebody's purse. I really hope that you enjoyed the video and had a good time watching. See you guys next time. Bye.